let's talk about your plans for next year first. Congresswoman Castro, you're officially on the Makabayan Bloc senatorial ticket. What made you decide to gun for the upper chamber this time?
Well, so I'm on my third, third term. Tapos yung ating mga teachers, especially yung mga retired teachers, asked me to run for Senate. And I think yung ating namang naging experience with the House of Representatives made me confident, no, to make it with the to run for the Senate seat.
This is still under ACT Teachers Party. Sorry, under what party na po ito?
Under the Makabayan.
So officially under
Makabayan Coalition. Yeah.
Congresswoman Castro, I'm sorry I have to ask this, but how does your case conviction by the court in Davao City for child abuse affect your plans, or does it?
It doesn't affect my plan, and it's still under under appeal at the Court of Appeals in Mindanao.
So you filed the appeal.
Yeah.
Okay, Congresswoman France, as we mentioned, you will be gunning for a Senate seat in next year's midterm elections. Talk to us about what your platform would look like. What policies would you like to prioritize if you do get a Senate seat?
Well, our platforms basically on education sector. Siyempre, particular do sa salaries, benefits, and democratic rights of our teachers and government employees, and of course to pursue yung mga solutions to to education crisis, yung for quality education, and of course we will also ensure that the bills that are in the House of Representatives that goes to Senate will be a law, especially yung on education. So yun yung ating yun yung ating platform, and of course yung good governance. Okay, bills on proposed laws on good governance, anti-graft and corruption.
Okay, Congresswoman, I also wanted to ask you about this. In a press conference yesterday, Vice President Sara Duterte claimed that you, along with Senator Risa Hontiveros and former Senator Antonio Trillanes, have a, quote, political handler. This is, of course, in line with the impeachment allegations.
Actually, we have that soundbite. If we could just run it very quickly so you could react to it, please.
No,
Kinote ko naman na si Representative Castro, di ba? Sa kanya nagsimula yan. Iisa lang ang handler ni Risa Hontiveros, ni Sonny Trillanes, at ni Franz Castro. Although si Franz, parang I think she's serving two masters. Hindi siya direct doon sa isa. Dito lang siya sa isa. Isa lang ang handler nilang tatlo.
Your reaction, please, Congresswoman Castro.
Well, I don't know what she's talking about. Kung talagang meron siyang mga pruweba, or evidence na ako ay may handler. Ang alam ko lang, ang handler ko ay ang taong bayan. So, I serve the Filipino people. So, mula nung naging kongresista ako nung starting 2016. So, nakita niyo naman sinusulong ko yung mga kapakanan ng ating taong bayan, kapakanan ng mga teachers, mga kawani, etc. So, hindi ko lang alam. So, part siya na naman ng kanyang, yung kanyang, yung hindi niya pagsagot doon sa tinatanong natin sa budget. So, parang inaano niya, nililigaw na naman niya ang taong bayan doon sa sinasabi niya.
So you are not working with Senator Risa Hontiveros and former Senator Sonny Trillanes to conspire against the Vice President?
No, we have different different political parties, no? As you know naman, iba't iba yung political parties namin. At siguro kung may nagkakaparehas kami ng mga issues and concerns, issue lang, no? Hindi kami nagkakausap, uh, hindi kami nagkikita. So, yun. So, siguro nagkikita kami doon sa mga occasions na kung saan invited kami.
Congresswoman, are there impeachment talks? Because that's the other thing that the Vice President has been alleging. She says all of the hearings are all part of this script, this narrative against her, and that you guys are all just reading from the same script.
No, the hearing is different, not from the talks of impeachment. So sabi ko nga, no, so kung merong taong bayan, merong group of people na magpapa-endorse sa amin tungkol sa impeachment, we will study it. So pinag-aaralan pa namin. And as of now, we have no final decision yet if we will file a complaint, no, or we will endorse a complaint from the people. So wala kaming pinag-uusapan pa na ganyan. So yung mga naririnig natin coming from our people. So on official statement from the Makabayan. So wala pa po.
Bayan Muna is said to be already drafting an impeachment complaint. You also haven't heard anything about this, Congresswoman?
Ayan, narinig namin 'yon, no. Na sabing gano'n ng Bayan Muna, they are studying a complaint, they are drafting a complaint. So pero hindi pa namin nakikita.
Okay. On the third day of the plenary debates, Congresswoman, you raised the idea of cutting the OVP's budget down to just under 530 million pesos kasi you took out most things, leaving money just for her personnel. But you cut down yung MOE or maintenance and other operating expenses by about 70%. But it never got brought up during the discussion, during the period for amendments. Why is that?
Well, we will submit our individual amendments in written. We will submit it before on Monday. So included doon yung aming proposal for the amendments for the budget of the OVP, which is 529,593,700.
Oh, okay, so you are still planning to file it for consideration by the BICAM, correct?
Yes. Our individual amendments.
Who is, when we say you are planning to file it, will it just be yourself? Or are you with other lawmakers?
Meron kaming common amendments with the other members of the Makabayan Bloc, namely the Gabriela Women's Party and the Kabataan Party List. And we also have our individual amendments.
Pero yung final amount po is still 529,530,000, correct?
Yes, so that will be our common amendments, no? Yung tatlong Makabayan Bloc.
I wonder if you could talk us through the rationale for that. How did you come up with that figure?
Well, we think malaki pa rin yung 733, no? Like yung traveling expenses, which is 62,500,000. So we cut it to 70%. So 18,750,000. So lahat ng like traveling expenses, yung supplies and materials expenses, ang laki kasi nito 401 million. So we made it 120,368,000. And then yung repairs and maintenance 947 million 445,000. So kinat natin yung 70% kasi malaki din naman yung repairs and maintenance. So nakita namin naman yung office ay maliit lang naman, so hindi naman ganyan kailangan yun. And then we retain the taxes. Of course, yung personnel, no, yung personnel services. So, what else? So that's it. No, yeah.
With this amount, Congresswoman, are you confident that she will still be able to run her office efficiently for a whole year? I mean, if the amount gets approved, that is.
Yes, I think so. Pero kung hindi naman ito, no, well, yung 733, million which was proposed naman by the Committee on Appropriations. So okay na rin sa amin yun. Pero tingin namin malaki pa rin yung ibang mga items. Kaya binawasan namin.
Okay. So again, you're filing the motion on Monday.
Yes,
Okay.
in written form.
Last question, Congresswoman Castro, when are you filing your COC?
On October 4,
October-
sabay-sabay kami with 10 candidates of Makabayan.
Okay, on October 4.
Yes, October 4.
Okay, we'll be covering that. But for now, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for making time for us tonight. That was ACT Teachers Party List Representative Franz Castro.